Hello, welcome back to Higurashi. I think we're on chapter 14. Dude, that's long. This is definitely a longer arc than the other ones. I think I know I was told to Higurashi was pretty long, right? But this I mean, I don't mind it. It's been fun. I think this is probably the last chapter though, cuz what's left? We'll probably see like because with Keiichi, we got like kind of a time skip before he got stabbed. We're probably gonna see like a period before the stabbing. Obviously, because the night of the stabbing, Shion dies. So there's not really another choice. And I guess we won't. I guess we won't get to the end of Watanagashi where Keiichi sees like a ghostly Mion or Shion, because she would be dead. um, First off, let me rant about YouTube for a bit, um, if you'd mind. I don't know. There's like no update notices, or maybe there was in my email, but for some reason they changed their schedule stuff. So usually I like upload in advance and like schedule the video at noon, just because they tend to be like better quality if you like have them uploaded already. Because if you like upload them right away and publish them, which I've done before, it like starts in low quality. So I want like the videos to be high quality like as soon as they upload for people who watch right away. For some reason you can used to upload like schedule them like quarterly on the hour, so like right on the hour 15, 30, and 45. But for some reason they changed them into 30-minute intervals. I don't know if it's because it's a small channel or it's just a whole global change. I literally haven't seen any comments about that, which is fine. I mean, if it is because it's a small channel, it made sense, right? Gotta limit the number of uploads on the server. I've had the problem where my videos would take forever to process. But for some reason, they didn't do like you can schedule on the hour and 30 minutes. They did it on 15 to 45. Like, why? That's so. I don't know. It's just annoying to me. Like, if you're doing 30-minute interviews, why don't you just start on the hour and then do the half hour, then back to the hour? Like, why are you starting at 15 to 45? It seems like such a weird time. I don't know. It's dumb. Like, I don't mind the 30-minute change, but why do it on the. It's just weird. I'll still try to publish the videos at noon, anyways, but like I said before in the comment, if it's like 12:10 and the video isn't up yet, then don't worry. There might be something coming at 12:15. If it isn't out in 12:15, then there's just not a video today. But yeah, I don't know. It just pissed me off. Like last night I was uploading a bunch of videos because I recorded a lot. Then I'm like, what? Why is the upload schedule thing weird? And like no one is talking about it. So I'm like, I'm really confused. But whatever. Just get that out of my system, ruining my. I don't know. It just hurts your eyes too. Like not just because that's my schedule, but it's like it's just such a weird decision. But anyways, um, what do I expect from this I mean, last chapter was a banger. Get to see some cool. I mean, obviously the whole Keiichi Shion interaction was very cool from watching Higurashi, so it's always fun revisiting it, seeing through the other person's mind. We got the reveal that Oryu didn't do anything, and she was just kind of playing it up to gain like respect or whatever. Um, and you can say that Oryu was just lying to Mion because Mion's still like a kid, which is a possibility. Don't throw that away, but I do believe that Mion was telling the truth at that instant. Like she isn't lying about Oryu saying that. Oryu might have been lying to her, but Mion wasn't lying at all. Um, that being said, Mion still could have committed the first murder. I don't want to let that go just because Mion's statement was Oryu doesn't know what was happening. Like maybe Mion was still involved in something. But let's look at it in the position of the Sonozakis didn't do anything, and Shion was basically manipulated into doing this as a fifth curse, or maybe not even manipulated, but it just kind of ended like that. I said look at the people who could have manipulated Shion. So if there is a mastermind manipulating the murders, then you have to look at the suspects. Again, in my mind, 3 prime suspects. I don't really think of anyone else at the moment. It's Oishi, Takano, and Ire. Oishi is probably the most solid one because if you look at the manipulation point, like when he first revealed that Satoshi was missing, he was like, "Oh, this is just my opinion, alright? But I think the Sonozakis did it, whatever." And he's kind of been like exchanging information, setting up the network, right? So like if you look at direct contact and the most solid evidence of who's been helping Shion, then it's Oishi. Obviously Takano also helped Shion for the like giving her more knowledge about the curse, which definitely fueled her methods and motives, believing that she found out how the curse system works. And Ire is a little more shaky, but like it's like the only other character we've seen like real interaction with. Then you have to look back at the 4th year with Satoshi, who was manipulating him. It's a lot less clear cut, but like again, Oishi, I think the bid moment was when Shion had to go away to get tortured. Oishi was left with Satoshi the whole time. Like, I don't know. You look at the points of contact. I don't know about Takano. We don't know about Takano and Satoshi's relationship, but it's Irie and Oishi probably the most. And then maybe Irie's thing could have been like, oh, he helped deepen the bond with Shion and Satoshi because he knows that when Satoshi disappears, it's Shion's gonna go crazy or something. But like I say, Oishi is the most solid because Oishi clearly interacted with the two, while Takano interacted with Shion, but we don't know about Satoshi, and Irie interacted with Satoshi more, but not really with Shion. Again, if you look at it, if Oishi is the mastermind, then if you look back at my theory videos, I already kind of have an idea of what the motive would be in the case that he only did like the 4th and 5th murder, because like what if he's trying to get back at the Sonozakis because he believed he killed his friend, so he's been doing like these moves to destroy the Sonozaki family, and obviously it works with Shion because like the heads are gone, so the family's kind of ruined. But if Oishi was the mastermind for the whole 5 years, then obviously I don't really know the motive, because I mean, if he planned to kill the damn foreman, then obviously revenge wasn't the motive. So I'm not too sure about that. Irie's motive, no idea. Takano's motive, it could again be more of a religious thing. Like she takes the opportunity to enact Oyasho-sama's curse because she's a fanatic on Hinamizawa history. And she's pretty good. Pretty good with words. So, yeah, those are just my opinions. I'll get more into it in a later video, though. But I'm excited. This is all new stuff until the stabbing. Possibly the last chapter. If there's more, then obviously I won't be sad about it. But like if you do this chapter in 2 videos, do like the bad ending and the curtain call, then it's gonna be perfect synchronicity because I also finished Fanbow this week, so it'd be kind of cool clearing 2 series at the same week. But yeah, let's just get started. June 1983. There has been a series of disappearances in Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone City, Etsetsu Prefecture. The suspect is Mion Sonozaki, 17, 18 years old? 16? Allegedly, she abducted 5 Hinamizawa residents, Oryu Sonozaki, Shion Sonozaki, Kichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satoko Hojo, and imprisoned them from June 19th through the 21st. Preliminary investigations on the incident were delayed at the time due to insufficient evidence, but by chance the case was solved rather abruptly. On the morning of the 22nd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki property heard screams from inside and rushed in as an emergency measure. Also, like we learned, I guess another important thing is we learned that most of the talk Mion had with Rena and Keiichi was fake. But it's not like I really use that talk as catalyst for theories. But I guess if people did, that might have hurt them. I mean, what the canned meat story? I guess the biggest thing was that Hinamizawa was an ex-military base. So, but we don't know which one was lies and which one was fake. But maybe it was in a military base, which fine. I don't know. I mean, they have like a bunker underneath, but maybe that's not what it was for. So I guess that's something to think about. They secured the suspect's missing younger sister, Shion Sonozaki, and her two missing classmates, Keiichi Maibara and Rihanna Ryugu. The suspect fled the scene. We found hair, pieces of skin, and blood of the four missing people, Oryu Sonozaki, Kichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satoko Hojo, in the torture room that was discovered in the basement of the outbuilding on the Sonozaki family property. Supposedly, that's where they were killed. We concluded that the victims were tortured in that torture room. However, their remains have still not been found. According to one of her imprisoned classmates' advice, the body should be somewhere in the basement of the outbuilding where the torture took place. However, nothing has been uncovered as of yet, including the escape route the suspect took. In addition, the investigations continued regarding any possible connection to the series of mysterious deaths in recent years. But no evidence that Mion Sonozaki was involved either directly or indirectly has been found. There are still many unclear points as to the motive behind the incident, and as those of the Sonozaki family and the residents of Hinamizawa had been extremely uncooperative in assisting us, we expect to require a long time to clarify them. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable about the region is that this may have been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts carried out against the belief of Hinamizawa village. Hello, Oishi. It is clear that these incidents are particularly rooted in this region, and the Prefectural Police Department has ordered a cautious investigation. We anticipated gaining valuable clues from the missing person, believed to have been imprisoned for the longest time, Shion Sonozaki, the suspect's younger sister. However, the incident has left such a serious mental after effects that she has not been in a state of mind to properly answer any questions about what she knows. So this is probably just, so the fact that Mion died, I said it could go either way. Mion could have like turned the tables and she died because she was still suffering from, I don't know, PTSD or whatever, the trauma. But now that Shion survived, this is obviously probably just like fake, so she doesn't have to testify, because even if she does and she's good at acting, if they find any holes, then it'll be game over for her. The psychiatrist concluded that she is in a temporary state of shock, but as of today she has yet to show any improvement. I was acting at first. Oh. Okay, maybe not. It was just an act to avoid being interrogated by the police. As it turns out, though, fake insanity can become real. So she is actually going insane, huh? You see, I couldn't bear it any longer. I continued to be haunted by the presence Rena Ryugu had talked about. It was so close that it could almost touch my back. Ah, I see. It wasn't Satoshi-kun, and it wasn't a hallucination. It had become Shion's ghost. Shion didn't go to heaven after all. She was always by my side instead. Oh, this is like the demon talking, and Shion's still watching over her. Shion didn't like the fact that I was still alive and she wasn't. Oh no, sorry, I was confusing it. So she's talking about Mion. So this is Mion's ghost watching over her. Interesting. So she had decided to haunt me until she witnessed my death. Every night she whispered to me, telling me to die. I get it. I I shouted at the Shion in my back. Through my mouth, she shouted back at me. Ah, okay. That's the noises Tasa was hearing. It must have got to other people. They think I was arguing with myself. It's not fair. Why are you still living, sis? Die already. You said you'd die right after you killed me. True, Shion, you gotta keep your promises. I'm waiting. It's so dark in this cold, and cold in this well. It's cold, it hurts. Ah, I get it. Shut up. What exactly do you think, sis? You won't die in the way you want to. You're just running away. You're trying to survive even after you did all those horrible things. You'll never be forgiven. You're cursed. You're destined to die.
やかましいよ、シオン。亡霊のくせにやかましい。おねえ。クソ誰が消え失せやがれ。ミオンはずるい。ミオンだけずるい。姉妹はいつも一緒。死んでも一緒。だからミオンほら迎えに来たんだよ。ミオン。
Oh man. It's pretty creepy. Chills already. The inverted teddy bear dude! I'm telling you, those inverted eyes creep me out. Bang. Shion banged on the door. Bam. That noise is too loud. It's cracking my ears and my head open. Shion's trying to break in. Ah, shit. Alright, Shion, I get it. The perfect way for me to die is to be cursed to death by you, isn't it? But I won't be going so easily. Ha. I won't simply disappear. It wouldn't be fair if your beloved was left alive after all. Ah ha, he. I went out to the balcony to avoid Shion, who was on the other side of the door. If I jump over the railing to the neighboring apartment, I could reach the fire escape. Is this where she dies? Yeah. Eat shit, Shion. I leaned over the railing and jumped to the balcony next door. Oh wait, she actually made it. Okay, never mind. Then I rushed down the stairs, noiseless as a cat. Shion was too stupid to realize that I escaped. It wouldn't take too long to get to Keiichi's house on a motorcycle. Shion must believe that I'm still in that room. She's so stupid. So she's going to Keiichi's house. Alright, I'm interested to see this. Maybe I was... One of the facts that I was fearing was I was just like... I just shouldn't have believed when it said that they died instantaneously. Like right next to each other. Because again, it would still take a while. Right? I thought it would take still an hour to get there. I don't know. Soon enough, I could see the Mibra mansion. I'd never seen it before, but I'd heard a great deal about it from Shion. She told me that Keiichi's room is on the second floor. So when she was talking about, they're gonna get me, she was talking about Mion's ghost. Okay. I should wake him up. Throw a stone. Wahahaha. I threw a couple of stones at the window, and shortly thereafter the light turned on and the window opened. I saw Keiichi there. The moment I saw him, my madness cooled off for a while. Even from here, I could tell that Keiichi was running down the stairs. He showed up quickly, with a doll in his hand. I felt depressed to see it. It was the doll he failed to give Shion. It isn't fair after all, Shion. I'm so jealous, Kei-chan. I want to receive a doll from Satoshi-kun too.
Mio! お久しぶり。どう？元気にしてた？
Oh man. Oh, I'm getting chills. I love this scene too. It was weird because I wasn't expecting it, so I was kind of shocked, but I did really enjoy this. Despite the burning insanity within me, I spoke to him calmly. It's true. My body is controlled by the demon now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here this late. Hee.
お前こんなところをうろついてて大丈夫なのか？
本当はいけないよ。
それよりどうしたんだよ、こんな時間に。
最後にお話ししたかったから。
I feel horribly sleepy. Maybe it's more like a fainting due to loss of blood. Kihihi, that sensation is proof that the insanity is swallowing me.
私ね、もうここにはいられない。
Keiichi, run,
大
bro.
丈夫か？どこか具合でも？
今日まで頑張ってきたけど、自分でわかるのもうダメ、もう限界。私のお迎えはもうすぐ後ろまで来てる。
So she wasn't talking about the doctors in Anatatashi or whatever. Tragic. That's a kind of a hit in the nuts for the clinic theory. Just a bit. They can still stand up from it though. Just a tap. I won't get to decide how I die. Xian won't allow me to. No wonder, I dropped her down the well. It wasn't only her, none of the people I killed chose to die how they did. Considering that, debating how I'll die must seem like a luxurious concern to the dead.
大丈夫かよ。
Oh my god. That's a Keiichi face that doesn't that looks actually good. It's a rare face. Oh,
あ、そうだ。
it's back.
俺ミオに。
I'll kill him, kill him, kill him. I'll avenge Satoshi-kun's death. I'll avenge his death. This guy is Xian's beloved. I hate her. I'll kill him and teach her a lesson. Eat this While gravity's pull spun around me, I realized that I stabbed him with a knife.
間に合った、間に合った。
I made it, I made it. I made it before Xian killed me. I got back at her. Take that, Xian. Keiichi rolled on the ground, clutching his stomach.
できた、全部できた。私が殺したやつはこれで全員。
Yay, I did it. I don't know how to laugh like that. I did it. I avenged your death, Satoshi-kun. Don't you love me for it? Will you stroke my head? Yeah. Alright. What's next? Well, okay. Never mind. Let's keep going. Yes, this was all a bad dream. After all, I was just in my room like always, suffering from nightmares of Xian. But where was I now? I had been standing on my apartment's fire escape alone. I could still recall that dream. Yeah, I had stepped out on the veranda. My front door was still locked, so I had to climb through the veranda again. Ha. Whoa. My foot had slipped, and then I felt a floating sensation. After that, a sharp, indescribable pain ran through my head. That incredible. Okay, so do I talk? Let's let it play a bit. That incredible pain finally cleared the fog away from my nightmare. Oh, this was the opening thing. Okay, from the opening. Oh, I forgot. Oh, whatever. I'll just mention it next video. I was trying to talk about my love for the third opening. Whatever. I just slipped from the fire escape as I. Okay, so she. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't know. We'll talk about it at the end. I want to talk about it now, but we'll talk about it at the end, if this is the case. I just slipped from the fire escape as I tried to return to my balcony, and fell onto the roof jutting from the elevator hall 2 or 3 floors down. My room is on the 8th floor. I wasn't expecting to be caught up here. When I fell, my head landed right on the concrete corner, and I could feel both enormous pain and the warm blood dripping out. I felt strangely calm. I couldn't sense the demon, Shion's ghost, or my grudge. I just felt like a baby. The nothingness brought me peace. All my memories from when I was born and named Mion up to today came to my mind. I recalled the memories of the time I spent with Satoshi-kun. Tears rolled down my cheeks. Where did I go wrong? When in my life did I make the wrong choice? I do know just where and when that was, because Satoshi-kun reminded me. I'll leave Satoko to you. Sure, I believe you'll return. I'll be waiting for you. I'll take care of Satoko. I'll wait for you with her. We'll be good girls. You left your precious sister to me and nobody else. I guess I didn't get the significance of what you said. But I'll be fine this time. I love you, Satoshi-kun. Satoko, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Shion, I'm really sorry. Could I repay everything with my death? No way, right? That's not how it should be done. I wanted Satoshi-kun to stroke my head one more time. I wanted to hear him mumble one more time. I knew it was too much to ask, and so I had no other regrets. That brought an end to my apologies. I rolled over, sending myself to the falling ground. Head first. I hoped my head would crack open, to take me to the hell I deserved. I was just a demon. I belonged in hell. This is really good, by the way. I'm just kind of feeling the emotion right now. Why was I born? Why did this world give birth to me? I shouldn't have been born. I wouldn't have had to suffer if I hadn't been. The background song's definitely also helping. What was the meaning of my meaningless life? If I wasn't born, nobody would have had to suffer. Thank you for treating me kindly, even though I was like this. Thank you for teaching me love, even though I was like this. Even though I was like this, even though. I'm really sorry, everybody. I really am. I'm sorry. If Satoshi-kun could give me another chance, I wouldn't make the same mistake again. Never again. Ah, here comes the ground. Bye. I love you. I'm confused. So she fell from 3 floors. Oh wait, did she not fall to the ground? Oh, okay, I got it. So she fell, but she didn't fall all the way to the ground, and now she's rolling off to actually fully fall again. I see. Eh? I wish so many...
今日までの出来事がすべて夢だったらいいのになって何度も思った。 だから書いてみた。書いて夢になると信じて。ほら、よく漫画の中にあるじゃない？私の目の前に食べきれないほどのお菓子が積み上げてあって、それに手を伸ばし、まさに食らいつこうというところで無粋に起こされて目を覚ますの。それはとてつもなく長い夢で、私は1年以上も眠っていたことになる。そう、私は監督の野球チームの試合の後、有頂天に駆け出して赤信号の横断歩道に踊り出してバイクにはねられてしまった。それでずっと1年以上も意識が戻らなくて、ようやく目が覚めるの。まぶたを開けた時、そこには病院の天井が飛び込んでくる。それからずっと看病しててくれたサトシくんが覗き込んでくれてさすがにこれはできすぎか。でもいいよね。そういうことにしてもいいよね。生まれてきてごめんなさい。
What? Songs with lyrics? That's pretty rare. Is this credits? Oh, it's done. Breakdown of all persons involved with or linked to the series of deaths in Hinamizawa. Tameya Hojo died via homicide by blunt trauma within the village on June 20th, 1982. Case closed. Satoshi Hojo believed to have disappeared from the village on June 24th, 1982. Whereabouts unknown. Jiro Tomotaki, who's not his name, believed to have committed suicide on the June 19th, 1983. Death resembles that of Rito Furude on June 22nd. Investigation ongoing. Miyotakano, death by strangulation in the mountains of Gifu Prefecture. Corpse was found incinerated. Investigation ongoing. Oryu Sonozaki, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 28th. Death by shot, violent abuse, postmortem. Rito Furude, believed to be murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 1983. Cause of death was shot due to extreme hemorrhaging caused by lacerations on her throat. Death resembles Jiro. Kichiro, murdered by Shion Sonozaki. Cause of death was literature strangulation induced by restraints. Satoko Hojo. Cause of death shot due to hemorrhaging induced by multiple penetration wounds. Mion Sonozaki. Cause of death severe trauma due to impact after falling down a vertical tunnel. Kichimairo stabbed by Shion. Victim was severely injured, but is recuperating in a hospital. Last accounted in 2004, currently resides in Shishibone City. Serena's alive. Oishi's in Hokkaido. Tetsuya Kumadai, who? Resides in Shishibone. I think that's the top. Irie. Address unknown. Interesting. Kasai died of liver cancer in 2002. Kichi's dad in Tokyo. Kichi's mom in Tokyo. Tomida's in Shishibone, Okamura. Chia in Tokyo. Kamada in Tokyo. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Died in Tokyo Hospital July 3rd. Cause of death is acute heart failure. Ah. Shion Sonozaki died June 30th, 1983. Cause of death is a severe trauma due to impact after falling from the balcony of her apartment. The suspect for serial murders, which began on June 20th, 1983, fell to her death from the balcony of her apartment, which hastily rented to conceal her identity. Following her death, police has filed charges against her for the 5 murders, which began with Oryu Sonozaki. I have so much to talk about, by the way. There's actually some nice clues we got from that, but give me a sec to talk about that. Bam, bam, bam. Oh my god. Honestly, I expected there to be a bit more. But that went by super fast. Oh, there's still stuff.
よっしゃー、お昼だお昼。
Pause, just in case I forget. Credits were cool. It's very interesting that no one was living in Hinamizawa anymore, which probably meant that the disaster did happen sometime in the future. We don't know what time though, because like everyone was out of Hinamizawa or living somewhere in Shishibone. They never said anyone was in Hinamizawa itself. Kiichi dying of heart attack might have just been from the sight of like Mion or Shion at his bedside. Irie being the only person's address unknown seems really sketchy. They still claim he's alive, but they can't find him, which is omega suspicious. I mean, he could have moved to another country, whatever. But I mean, probably not, because then they'd know. But like, that's suspicious. Everyone else chilling though, outside of Hinamizawa. Well, again, we'll talk more about the end / whatever after. I don't know what this is though. Hi, Keiichi.
そらレナ、机をくっつけろ。
今日はレナのお弁当はミートボールなんだよ。おお、そりゃいいね。おじさんもぜひいただくよ。ほらリカちゃん、机。くっつけるのですよ。ペター。
Whoosh. Peta.
残念なことにミートボールは私も大好物でございましたよ。皆さんに一口でも口に入るとは思わないことでしたよ。
Meatballs have always been a soft medium in my book. I do like big meatballs, but like I don't know, frozen meatballs are just actually trash.
残念。そうはいかないです、さとこ。
Is that a rare Shion in a school outfit? With an extremely short skirt. And a little heart thing. I did it. I did this. I like this little thing. I don't know what that is. It's not a ribbon.
明らかに野菜不足のさとこには特別にかぼちゃ弁当を用意させてもらいました。
Is this the future if Shion didn't go crazy and took care of Satoko? Yeah.
うわ、そりゃいじめだぞシオン。
That's cute.
うわあ、かぼちゃは嫌ですの。
It looks worse than it is. Squash is actually quite good.
ほら、そのかぼちゃ嫌いはダメです。かぼちゃはですね、栄養価にとても優れているんです。育ち盛りのさとこは特に栄養に気を使わないといけないんですよ。私の目の黒いうちは変色は認めないので、その覚悟でお願いします。ほらほら、みんなもどうぞどうぞ。ホコホコのかぼちゃって甘くて美味しいんですよ。
I haven't had steamed squash, but I trust you, Shion.
もにゅもにゅ。
All these new sounds from Rika.
さとこ、これなら甘くて美味しいのですよ。
お、確かにこれはいけるな。かぼちゃの甘みが嫌みなく、それでいて絶妙で。さとこ、お前は食うな、もったいない。
なんですってかぼちゃは嫌いですけど、言い方が気に入りませんわ。そら言った言った。一口にガバッと言ってみなよ。ほらね、美味しいでしょ。まあ食べれなくもないですわね。当たり前です。さとこがかぼちゃ嫌いを克服できるように日夜研究してますので。 さてこの調子で今年中にナス、ピーマン、アスパラガスと制覇していきましょう。
Eggplants are good. Green peppers are, I don't know. I don't really like peppers. They're a bit, obviously you use them in stir fry and stuff, but they're not great. Asparagus, I used to hate them. They're like alright. I would definitely not my first choice.
冗談はごめんですわ。私が沖宮の学校に転校しましたよ。
I feel you, Satoto. Honestly, vegetables were so hard to get into. I don't know if it's because I didn't have them a lot as a kid, but like I had that habit of like take a bite of the vegetable, gulp it down with water for like most of my years. Honestly, some vegetables I still do it because some are gross, but it's rough. I feel you.
サトシ君から頼まれている以上、健康管理は私の担当です。不節制も許しませんから、そのつもりで。シオンさん嫌い。かぼちゃ嫌。
Oh my god. That's, yo. I mean, I guess we use this. Or do I use... I kind of like Dead Shion. It kind of fits the mood, but come on. Smiling Satoto, Smiling Shion. The rarest of CGs. The scenario jump mode has been unlocked. Okay, so we can skip to stuff. That better for theories. The tips reading room has been unlocked. The staff room has been unlocked for the curtain call. Oh my god. A happy diary and disowned. Well, we have 2 tips. Let's read those first, and then since it's still pretty early, let me talk a lot. Let me talk a lot about it. It's time to say a bit, but like, you know what? Hour-long videos aren't anything new. I'll hit you with a lot of info. At least initial thoughts. So how do I get there? No, I don't want to do this. Oh, okay, never mind. It's just... So we can go chapter jump. Oh man, they're going by days? That's so hard. Like, what's 20? Interesting, though. That's actually very cool. Because one of my complaints, again, talked about it more in the review section, was the pacing, especially the pacing was a little hard to follow, especially in the Satoshi era. I don't know if those days, like I don't know, are those like how those days work? But I guess they just added a bunch of quality of life stuff, which is cool because you can do chapter jumps or tips. Now you can just do it from the option, so that's cool. I mean, new arc, more quality of life issues, options. We got 2 new tips though. We should check those out. Disowned and happy diary. All right, what's going on here?
葛西氏が踏み込んだ時には室内は無人でベランダへの窓が開きっぱなし。その時が飛び降り時刻です。それでその真下の5階エレベーターフロアの屋根に一度落ちて脳震盪。そのしばらく後に横に転がって再落下、死亡。葛西氏が飛び降りを疑って地上を調べた時に遺体が見つからなかったのは、この時点ではエレベーターフロアの屋根の上で混沌中だったからです。前原圭一が刺されたのはほぼ同じ頃。その頃には園崎紫音はすでに飛び降りていて、屋根の上で脳震盪中。
I was gonna talk about this, but Detective bringing up the timing. God bless. I would have looked like such an idiot if I was just misreading the timing part.
違いますね。 ベランダから抜け出して前原圭一を指してベランダへまた戻るときに誤って落下じゃないかな。
That's how it sounds.
悪いけど周辺の部屋のベランダとかも調べ直してください。
おいさん、3番にお電話です。
はいはい、どちら様から。
佐藤と伝えればわかるとか、合言葉は論と言えと。
Some Mahjong stuff. I've learned how to play Mahjong since Hima Tsubushi. Kind of. I'm not very good at it, but... And I haven't played in a while, but I've been playing. I at least know how to play now, so... That'd be cool. Maybe I should read that again, just to see if I can get it. Richi Mahjong in particular, so... Give me more Mahjong scenes. I'll get it now.
もしもし。ああ、佐藤さんですか。
Oh, is this the informant?
こっちへ電話ということはいい知
Maybe?
らせでしょうね。
I don't know who this is. An informant got in contact with me and you were right after all.
うんうん。ありがとうございます。今度フラワーロードで一杯おごりますよ。
なんです今の電話。麻雀の誘いですか？
I also just realized something about this. Okay, we can definitely talk about it. Freaking Oishi. I hate you, dude.
ビンゴ。それだけ姉妹は逆なんです。
I mean, I love you, Oishi, but I hate you too.
ミオンがシオンで、シオンがミオン。
The true
入れ
identities?
墨入れるときに間違って逆にやっちゃって、取り返しがつかなくなったらしい。だからこのノートのミオンとシオンは逆に読むんです。それでならサトシ君とシオンさん、いやミオンさん、ややこしいな。
I feel you on that.
の関係が理解できる。
ノートって先日の大石さん宛てと書かれて郵便ポストに投函されてたっていう買いノートのことですか？中身はめちゃくちゃで捜査撹乱の恐れありって言いませんでしたっけ？
もちろん名前の入れ替えが分かったところで撹乱の域を出ませんがね。このノートどこまで信じていいのやら。もし本当ならフルデリカの死のあたりが怪しすぎるからな。
異常者の日記ですよ。読んでるとこっちまで変になりそうです。最後のページの生まれてきてごめんなさいなんて読んでるとこっちまで飛び降りたくなりますよ。
でも幸せな日記じゃないですか。
幸せですか？
この日記だけでサトシ君って名前何回くらい出てくると思います？シオンさんは本当にサトシ君のことが好きだったんだなって。その好きというのがね、若さゆえの勘違いでずれちゃって。
I got my eye on you, Oishi. Too bad they didn't say when this hint took place. But that's alright. Next one. What is that? Is this like...
ねえ、
あ
教えてよ母さん。鬼ババとどういう喧嘩をしたわけ？
that's the rare mother we've heard about. I thought she would actually appear because they put her name in the opening where they showed all the characters, but she never did. She looks very tiny. Hello. Forgot her name.
感動されるなんてよっぽどだったわけでしょ？
Why are they showing us this though right now? It's kind of weird.
お前もくだらないことに興味が尽きないね。ま、そろそろ話してもわからない年じゃないか。実はね、父さんと結婚したいって言ったらね、ダメだって言われちゃったのよ。
え？何それ？
私も当時はだいぶ社内生き方してて呆れられててね。その挙句連れてきた男が人気者だったわけでしょ。そりゃ大喧嘩よ。言い名付けは当主が決めるなんて言われて、 そんなの知ったこっかい、こんなクソババア。この場で切り伏せたらって大立ち回りよ。
Verado. I'm Googling that. It's been a while since we Googled anything. Now my Chrome's being super lazy. Actually, terrible. Come on, Chrome. Why are you dying right now? It's the power of the music, man. Actually, okay, it's working. I was gonna say I'll just use my phone. No, my it's okay. It's actually dying. Let me Google it on my phone then. It's annoying. Ferrado. A domineering, violent, or bad-tempered woman. Well, you would have gotten it. I mean, yeah, made sense. Set everything back up. Boom.
互いに板の間の日本刀抜いてちゃんちゃんバラバラ。
What? Really?
鬼ババと盾を演じたわけ？母さんやるね。
まあね、母さんこう見えても若い頃は武闘派だし、互いに剣道有段だからそりゃあド派手だったわよ。周りはおろおろ。面白かった。
なるほどね。その騒ぎのせいで感動されたわけ？
そうよ、感動上等。遠慮なく感動もらって父さんと籍を入れたわよ。ま、けじめってことで爪を剥がされたけどね。
Classic. Just a classic.
左手の爪だけいびつでしょ。うわ
あ、それで鬼ババと母さんはずっと仲が悪いわけだね。
シオン、本当はね、私と鬼ババ様はちゃんと仲がいいんだよ。
嘘だ。
鬼ババ様には面倒な世間体があるからね。一度でも感動した以上甘くすると示しがつかないし、だから私も親類会議とかではおとなしく引っ込んでるけど、たまに遊びに行ってのんびりお茶とか飲んでるよ。
That's nice.
嘘だ。
実はね、内緒よ。鬼ババ様もね、その昔けじめで爪を剥いだことあるんだってよ。
It's just the tradition of the successors. Literally everyone has done it.
今度会ったら左手の爪をよく見てごらん。
Unless...
鬼ババは何をやったわけ？
そうね、母さんは知らない。
まあ、その顔は知ってるな。教えてよ。
Like how Kasa's just chilling there. Detective Meakashi. That's me. Interesting. So let's talk about these hints first, then I'll talk about the ending. The first thing that stands out to me in this hint is the fact that I guess it depends when it happened, because obviously at the end of watching Higurashi, you remember Teichi saying, "Oh, Mion's been dead, or Shion died at the same time, and Mion's been dead, so who stabbed you, Teichi? Who did it? Stop lying to me," in like a very threatening tone. But in this one, he's like, "Oh yes, I was right." And like when he asked, it's like, "Oh yeah, they actually switched places." And then he already had the guess that Shion went to kill Teichi, then committed suicide. So like, if this is before the Teichi thing, then that makes Oishi omega suspicious, which I think that's the point of the hint. Or it's the other point which Kumagai brings up, which we'll talk about that in a bit. And even if it's after, Oishi seem like he had the idea of what happened anyways. So like, what was the reason why he was pushing Keiichi so hard? And we know Keiichi died of a heart failure, probably from a heart attack. And Oishi's words definitely could have helped fuel it. So that's so mega suspicious. The other hint was more of a cute one. I don't know if it's about, like, the main thing was, I guess, that all the Sonozaki had his heads have ripped their nails off. Could that be, like, I don't know. I was going to say, like, scripting thing or something. Other than that, it was just kind of a happy chapter introducing Akane. An epic sword fight. So let's talk about the ending. So obviously what it's implying is Shion went to Keiichi, stabbed him, drove back, and then accidentally fell, then actually fell on purpose. My initial thought was, damn, like, did I just misread the time thing? We know that it was reported on the news that they died almost the same time. So even if she did, my thought was, even if she did take a ride, then it would still take like a while for her to get there and back. But I'm glad Kumadai brought it up. Like, was she unconscious when that happened? Shion said it was a dream, but she was obviously climbing back up. There's like a weird gray filter, like making it seem like it wasn't real when it was happening. And Oishi was, I don't know. Oishi was so sure about that happening. It made me, as suspicious as he is, suspicious as he likes to suspect stuff, you'd expect him to like think about it more. So what is the possibility if Shion didn't do it? Let's say like Shion does like hit her head, she's unconscious for a while. I think the other way is that she was trying to do the jump, but she actually slipped, fell, went unconscious, and just dreamed of her going to kill Keiichi, which would be perfect for me, because that, again, it made sense why, if you look at it through Keiichi's perspective, the main thing about it that stands out to me is that Shion had blue eyes when her character doesn't have blue eyes. It's different from the normal eye switches. When they do have creepy eyes, they usually just turn like dead fish style. This was clearly blue. It's a hard one. Obviously, we'll go through more of it when I get to when we do a theory video. It's like it goes with how in Onitatashi, like Shion / Mion, whoever it was, had like a very similar CG to Rena, like looking through the door. It's like how Shion, Satoto and Higurashi and Rena in Onitatashi like yelled liar. Like, what if like Rena killed Keiichi, or stabbed Keiichi in like, because Shion couldn't do it because she fell, and it was kind of like that? Or like, was it like what, did she have to do it because something is like connecting all the antagonists of each arc? Or was she doing it on her own will? Like I said, like maybe because Keiichi said he was leaving the village, Rena was like, all right, and then like stabs him at the night, and Shion was just kind of imagining the scene. I guess you'd have to look back at both of the scenes to see if there's any difference in dialogue. I don't think there was. I think there was a point in the other one where Keiichi was like asking her if she was alright and like tried to touch her or whatever, and it didn't show that in there, so that's a little suspicious. But I don't know. It's not as clear cut as it looks naturally. I mean, it's Higurashi. I don't think you can, especially like you can believe stuff when it happens, but you shouldn't like when it's as sketchy as that. When they're putting the black and white filter, and when there's a possibility that it never happened, you definitely shouldn't believe that. So basically, it wasn't clear cut. So that means the Rena theory stabbing Teachy is still alive. Let's go. Well, I'm gonna take a break and then probably just read the curtain call today also. It's Saturday. Multiple video recordings. Woohoo. I thought I was gonna have to split this into 2 chapters, but if we go this way, we can do what? Next episode will be the curtain call. Depending on the length, I might actually before the curtain call, I'm going to do the bad ending thing. So I don't know how long. There's only one bad ending. It was gonna be I was gonna call it the bad endathon, but there's literally only one bad ending. So we'll do the one bad ending. Depending on the length, I'll just combine it with the curtain call video, so we don't, because obviously if it's only like 15-20 minutes, then what's the point of putting it in one video? Might as well lump them up. But yeah, and then I'll organize my thoughts more about this in a theory video. Eventually it'll probably be like next week or the week after. The review should be this week too, though. I think review is not too hard to do out, but the theory video, obviously, I need to think about it for a bit. But yeah, that was fun, short chapter, lots of emotions. I hope I don't give the impression that I dislike Shion. I think she's a very fun protagonist to follow, and very, very interesting backstory. So yeah, I didn't talk about it more in the review, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode, where you might see the bad ending only, or you might see the curtain call with it. I don't know. I guess you'll tell by the length. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.